Drink water, you dehydrated bitch!
No, for some reason, my my settings on OBS are non-existent. Either the intro to this has no sound, or who knows. Yeah, I did I did the update. And the update, every single time I have to redo my stuff. So you know how it is. You know how it is. Oh, now it wants to play. So this is a demo for the Midnight Walkers, and it looked like it was a really spooky, fun game. So let's get spooked out of our brains. Oh yeah, got that sweet jazz. Jazzing it up. Compiling shaders. All the shaders. We want all the shade. I gotta say, it looks nice and spooky creepy. Looks like zombies in a shopping mall. Just like in real life. Ah, forgot to turn that off from the little's birthday. Are you learning how to be employed? First step. Show up for the interview. See. Brick. Assassin. Lock down the hunter. Nice. I'm not drinking that, buddy. Ugh, I was allergic to it. Since it's a demo, I'm not gonna go all out for the name. They're gonna watch you for months. All your ninja skills are gonna go right out the window. Items obtained in the tutorial and training grounds will disappear when you leave. Noted.
This is a damn waste of time. I don't care how top secret this dump is.
If these morons want to walk straight into a death trap, why am I the one who's not calling them in? You know what I mean, rookie?
Right?
We're here. Keep your mouth shut and wait.
I know you'll be glad.
Yeah. What is it
Have
now?
normal shifts,
Got a new one here.
steady paycheck.
Don't tell me nobody told you.
Huh. Earlier than I figured. Hold on. I'm opening it.
Once you're inside, do exactly what the instructor tells you. Unless you've got a death wish. Good luck. You're gonna need it.
It's not controller friendly. I gotta push T. Nothing happened.
Stay on your feet and don't die in my training room.
Oh. This is dirty. I'm good.
Oh, hell. Barricades. Looks like nobody bothered clearing them. Weapon up and break through. Or keep standing there staring at them. Won't change much. Walk her in the hallway. Let's see if you can handle one sorry target without falling apart. Use your skills and put it down clean.
Oh. Well,
Loot the body. Take anything still worth carrying. Then check the one behind you, too. He sure ain't using it no more.
I'll take your iron bars or iron ingot. Okay. Oh. Well, okay. I'll take your bandages and your juice. The rest of that crap, I don't want it. Wait, I think I saw something. Okay. I thought there was something in his backpack, but there was not. This is the Midnight Walkers. And, I'm gonna try not to die here. It's got a very,
You ought to have an extraction pod right in front of. Hold up. That ain't right. Yeah, figures. You're gonna have to find it yourself. It's time to bring up your pod tracker. That tracker points you to any active pods nearby. Use it. Otherwise, you're getting left behind.
alright. I'd like to kill you, but, I can't. You kidding me? Alright.
Well, I'll be damned. You actually found it. Get out through there and you're done. No need to rush. Take your time if you feel like looking around.
I
See
did
that
feel like...
panel? The one with the key icon. Use it. You'll get a code. Those codes can bring dead pods back online. Anyway, welcome to the Midnight Walkers, rookie. Stay sharp. Stay breathing.
Dead thing in there. Alright. Oh. Through that. Alright, so this is a cross between, so far, my initial feel is this is a cross between DVD and Outlast Trials. Yeah, with the little arc raiders. Alright, let's push this button and see what happens. That doesn't feel ominous at all. Alright, nothing else in the box. Alright. Goodbye to your head. Hello? Oh. That's just freaking wood. Those planks. Oh. You are hideous, buddy. Now, what else? Sure, I'll drink some questionable stuff off the floor. Because that's what logical people do. I don't really wish to where I came from, but this looks good. Hey, good night. Can't use a speaker. Oh, jeez. I'm not dumb. Okay. This is a shady room. Dead guy. More dead people that I didn't kill. Oh, I did nothing. Ow! I've been bombed. You guys kind of got a... I got a long swing, so... Gotta... Oh. All right. Yeah, oops. Alright, so that one is gonna need more people playing it. So I'm going to switch out. For a different demo. There we go. If you click it enough times. It's my self-motivation. Okay. If I bonk myself enough, I will do the things. I think it got stuck somehow. Am I very quiet? I shouldn't be. I'm freaking loud. I'll just lean closer. Kinetic. Charisma. I'm gonna go with this. Alright, well, let's do this.
Winds are roaring through Portaferra this afternoon, kicking up sea speed and bending the foundations running quickly. We had reports for this. We take our
I once knew a spy. Spies. You're a spy. She was brilliant, erratic, cursed, an anti-personnel mind in human form. Her friends called her Herschel.
But for her controllers, she was Cascade.
Your name and your cryptonym. A dead limb twitches.
Portofino 91. The whole sick crew. A disaster untold. The black page in the official records.
The memory hums, an exposed wire.
None at all. Yet here we are, standing over the smashed and leaking world. Some fool dropped it. One of ours, probably. She was recalled. They put her in the freezer. Forever, most thought. Even in those dark days, there were whispers among the lower sublevels, where they keep the true believers. Don't count Cascade out. 5 years passed. A little more of the world leaked out of itself. Cascade's controllers ordered her back to Portofino. Because I asked them to. There's a new assignment, Cascade. I was supposed to give you the brief. Right here, in an armchair in a safe house above a 24-hour photo shop in the city-state of Portofino. No one special, just an arm-like sac of cytoplasm, a special move unique to single-cell organisms.
Okey-dokey.
But before that, I was like you, a spy for the People's Republics, one of the varieties of mankind. This is a dangerous place, Cascade. I should never have come. One that could really turn things around. For you, of course. Independent thought and movement are a bit beyond me in my current state.
This was the human game, and he played it poorly. Time to give up his sea.
Would you like to hear a secret? Whatever happens has already happened.
Alright.
Splayed on the chair before you is a man, approximately mid-30s. His chest rises and falls in steady rhythm as he stares beyond you, unblinking. Alive, yet not alive. A pair of headphones have slipped partway off his head, connected to a stereo system beside him. No response. His eyes are still fixed glassily on the ceiling. The pupils quiver like a failing heartbeat. You get no response, no flinch, no twitch.
The film is monochrome, it's silent. The only soundtrack is the low hum of the projector and the celluloid ridges spin spiral.
As you stare down at him, the man begins to draw. There is no smell of alcohol, nor any open containers. No drug paraphernalia either. Just a loose cord trailing to the stereo system. Like a cosmonaut's safety tether. Stiff collared shirt, a snug brown jacket, and nothing below the waist but a pair of red briefs. Entirely unfit for purpose, based on his current state. Nature's final defense, playing dead. Highly pleasing rubbability. Your fingers detect a low, steady hum where jaw meets neck. Elevated, but not critical. What that means about his deeper condition, you cannot say. When in theatre, an operant must always prepare to be assassinated. Of course, it is better not to be killed. Would be easier to confirm if you could find a note, or at least a method. If so, it's nothing to do with you. Probably. The man's eyes glisten. Bright red veins blossom around their edges. However he ended up like this, the result is the same. Operant down. Clipped to the inside flap of his jacket, you find a laminated badge, emblazoned with the crest of the Import-Export Bureau of the People's Republic of Kohila. The name reads Esteman T. Below that, a title, Imports Lead.
It definitely looks interesting, that's for sure.
Sock Merchant, one of the opera's most battle-tested covers. Notably absent is an actual phone number. Into your pocket it goes.
I'm stealing his candy. Yeah. Sorry to spit that on you, guy.
Following the cord from the unconscious man's headphones, you come to a mid-sized home stereo resting on a side. Through the translucent view panel, you see a single red disc loaded in place. On the face of the disc are the words Ultravioletta, you but from a dream, handwritten on thin strips of tape. You don't recognize the artist. You glimpse your reflection in the disc's crimson as you stare down at it. A brief internal hum, then the disc slides halfway out of the machine and waits there, like it's trying to hide from you. You remove the red disc and place it into your pocket. You pick up the phone. The handset vibrates in your palm. Before you even finish speaking the word, the device connected to your phone base splits it into 256,000 encrypted fragments. Half a world away, a familiar voice splits into a corresponding number of fragments before coalescing again by your ear.
Please tell me you have good news.
The voice of authority, otherwise known as your controller. It's your double she's expecting. Let's not disappoint her.
Operant, you made it. Your voice hasn't changed.
Her voice is just as you remember.
We'll get to catch-ups later. Put pseudopod on the line.
You glance over at the man in the chair. A snail's trail of dried saliva glints on the side of his chin. You feel your mind starting to spin up. 5,000 revolutions per minute. It takes all your concentration to keep the receiver steady against your ear. For a moment, no one says anything. There's no sound at all, save for the blood in your ear and the electrostatic hum of the ultra-long distance connection.
Has he been zeroed out?
Meaning eliminated, killed, rendered inoperant. Heavy words, words that set machinery in motion.
I'll ask one more time.
You must speak the word. She cannot. Once you say it, there's no going back.
Yes, you do. Is he zeroed out, Operant? Cascade, is your double zeroed right? I wonder which it is. Have our enemies blown us up already? Or is this just another day at the basement massage parlor of spy services?
She's wondering how long till she can have a drink. Shriekily liqueur from a can. It's been several hours since her last.
The opera's going to hang me by the toes. For you, it's back to Satellite Facility B.
aka the Freezer, where the old, useless, and discredited are consigned until they're dismissed or die of despair. The Freezer. Shiver. Resist.
That's exactly the problem. You haven't got pseudopod and you haven't got the assignment either.
Gang taking heavy incoming fire here. Not sure.
Listen to me. This assignment is over. Effective immediately.
Over. Immediately.
The woman in the Photoshop downstairs, Constance. She's one of ours. Let her deal with pseudopod.
Middle-aged woman, dark hair behind the counter. You exchanged a few words when she gave you the key.
As for you, we need to get you on the next aerotram out of the city.
That numberless phone line may be worth investigating. Perhaps the room contains other leads as well. They won't be expecting you back in the People's Republics for several days. Plenty of time for some self-directed espionage.
Let the photo lady deal with him. Your concern is getting out of Port of...
Negative. Gang wants spy. The People's spies are infallible and incorruptible. There's only one possible explanation.
Simulation. That's a new one.
Precisely what the facilitator of a simulation would be required to say.
This must be some kind of maladapted trauma response. There should still be flights departing for Superblock territory tonight. Make sure you're on one of them. That's great, because you're not actually supposed to do anything. This assignment is over. Get on the next tram.
A click, and the line goes dead. A pair of men's trousers are hung delicately over the shower rail. If Pseudopod's pants were attempting to flee the scene, they did not make it very far. The front and back pockets are completely empty, except for a few pieces of lint. Brown, shapeless, they are utterly unremarkable. One of the many mysteries concerning men's trousers. As you turn away, a stray thought passes. They may never be worn again. This small table has been turned into a makeshift desk. In the Operant Bureau's elaborate filing system, red is reserved. A small label in the top left corner is printed with one word. Your cryptonym, Cascade. It screams danger, not for Your hand hesitates.
No, it
The
doesn't.
folder opens with a whoosh. Before you, in neat monospace type, your life is condensed to its barest element. Name Wilk Herschel, cryptonym Cascade. Born Landau, former Republic of Mercia. Dependents, none. Pay class D2. Years of service, 14. There's another page behind this one. It's labelled Service History. A tingle in your fingers. Your head grows lighter as you approach the crash site. In just a few words, the worst failure of your life is reduced to bureaucratic shorthand. Previous assignment, Portofino 88 to 91. Network, whole sick crew. Operants, Cascade. Redacted. Assets, redacted, redacted, redacted. A secret the Opera has elected to keep from itself. Most recent assignment, Novessa 91 to present. Satellite Facility B. The folder shuts itself with a tight... Whoa, whoa. The darkest secrets. You can't just leave them out like this. You crumple the pages up and set them on fire in the waste paper basket. As the flame consumes them, the pages curl like a black lotus flower closing itself. Amidst the crumpled sheets of copy paper and empty takeout containers, you find an open pack of cigarettes, Suprema mark. Smokes, ease of mind, cool. There's nothing outwardly noteworthy about this pack of Suprema 100s. It's like any other found in commissaries and corner stores across the People's Republics. Except... secreted neatly against the inner wall of the pack, just as you were once taught to do yourself, a crisply folded sheet of A7 paper. Vijupwil, Vubsquux, Ongs, Sixfazul, Exquum, Yijizv, Digaruk, Ravux, Skilbuch, Jittabubake, Whatsup, Sift. The pack slides nicely into your pocket, as though it always belonged there. The perfectly ordered letters often... There's nothing left in there, neither... The stereo is right where you left it. Crimson flashes within its casing as the disc picks up speed. You hear nothing. No sound, save the thin layer of static that lines the inner cables. Amateur wire work. It doesn't appear to be. The disc is spinning the way it's meant to. An artifact of no substance onto which nothing of substance has been recorded. Or do you? You can't tell. The silence is being overtaken by a different silence, like the slow darkening of night across the wall of an empty room. The static quiets as you reset the volume. A great relief shivers through you, though not. The chunky button makes a satisfying little thunk as you push it in. The plastic latch clicks into place, and the discus begins to turn. You know because the spindle is rotating.
Hello.
Though the speakers don't produce any sound at all. The kitchen light hums and splinters momentarily. This new silence seeps into every corner of your body, loosening fixtures, rattling drawers. Seeing what will come with it. The static quiets as you reset the volume. A great relief shivers through you, though nothing has seemingly happened. A brief internal hum, then the disc slides halfway out of the machine and waits there, like it's trying to hide from you. You remove the red disc and return it to your pocket. You step away from the equipment. Not even a flicker of a response. The People's Spy cannot be caught shirking. Time to escalate.
Let's see what happens. Yay.
Your double has deserted the track before the starting gun. Will you stand for it? Pathetic. The man's breath gargles softly in his throat as you yank him upwards. He is
Not too bad.
The man's head slips 2 centimeters to the left. His jaw slides with it. You return to the folded pan. You discover a small extra pocket inside the front right pocket. You slip 2 fingers inside and come away with a neatly folded sheet of paper. The page is notebook sized and perforated along one edge. It reads THA space 7 LES APR space 032 space WIFO space 9W space TBGFLW25. The missing companion to the cipher you discovered in the cigarette packet. As you turn away, a stray thought passes. They may never be worn again.
But he's not dead, though.
You dial your controller's number. Raw information atomizes itself. On the other side of the world, a phone rings.
I thought you were headed out. What is it? You have your directives. Get moving,
The line goes dead.
Now can I leave? I can leave. Hallelujah. Made it out of room number 1.
Easy, lady. I just want to develop some photographs. I'm not trying to take your innocence. You have a wild imagination. A little photo should not count as a crime.
I don't know,
It's
dude.
not
You
like it's
seem
a
sketch.
loaded gun or something. Whoa. Caught in a pincer by the art police. Not a good day for pursuing my interests.
Can I do it? No.
What? What a full spectrum question. Perhaps you've been huffing photochemicals with this confused woman. Very well. Photo 24 can have this round. Thank you for this extreme stress I'll now carry through my day.
Oh, you're welcome. You and your creep coat. Gotta say, it gets more and more interesting. It's like so many levels. Yay! A fax machine. Alright. We might actually get out of this whole apartment building, hotel, whatever the heck I'm in.
I certainly don't. It looks rather flirtatious. Seedy business attracts itself. You might try one of the bars along Party Alley. I don't presume to know the inner workings of the opera, but I have to think I could be better utilized. It's that little amber light. It means out of order, and I haven't been able to get it to green, meaning in order.
Just looking at that thing causes you to take
Pseudopod assured me this machine was a vital tool of communication. As precious precious to our work as the magic box we installed on your room. You've received all sorts of technical training, I presume. I would think getting a little light to turn green. Granted, this is only my debut, but it seems to me that something's very amiss. No matter what we do, nothing appears to go according to plan.
True that.
Pseudopod says it's all part of the work, but it gives me a rather unsettled feeling. I don't know whether that's intended to be reassuring. Oh, just one thing. How have we done? Will Pseudopod be getting that service medal? Of course. Well, best of luck in theatre then. I'll be here if you require anything.
I'm gonna fix this thing or fuck it up. Dang it.
I was assured there'd be many urgent communiques coming through this machine.
Wrong. The sky is only 98% sky. The other 2% is used to cover up the fact that they replaced the moon 4 times.
This guy's crazy.
But they don't want you to know that. That's why they're coming for me. But not before I tell you the truth.
That's what crazy people say. I know.
I am Subcommandante Beckman, and this is the reality situation. No breaks, no filters, no cowards. This is a war, and I don't take orders from anyone, especially not reality.
I don't know why, but I'll do it. Alright. Excuse me while I just... Anything else that I've not clicked on? Okay, can't go out that door. But I can go out this door. Dun, 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 dun. Spam detected. sour smell rises from the rubbish, drawing flies and scuttly things. Pale crisp glow of a reading lamp shines from your new neighbor's window. That fence man. There's surely nothing over there. Two species of ivy crawl over the railing, a joint invasion of the upper world. The mountainside, layered with residential buildings, the topmost disappeared into the clouds. Portrait has been stenciled over the movie poster. Ex-Supreme Leader Nestor's face has been plastered all over the film poster. From Afterbirth, she's sending them to the afterlife. Okay. Commercial propaganda guides you in the direction of squalor or the so-called bazaar. Noted. Click on this. The cinema sign is missing an N. Can't go in there. So. Rude. Hey, tall lady. I'll punch you in your throat.
Finally, someone with courtesy. Do you know when the 9 is coming?
A handsome man shifts in place, glancing over his shoulder toward the tram lines. Suitcases surround him.
Strange. I thought I saw you get off that very tram just a few hours ago. It happens. In any case, you're out of luck. There won't be another for several hours yet.
Oh.
The man turns back to his suitcases. You keep walking.
Please take care of your belongings. Any unattended baggage will be destroyed.
Oh. I need you to walk up the stairs, man. If it'll let me. I don't think it will. Nope. Water gurgles beneath. I can't click on the signs. Oh wait, there's people over here. Oh. Okay. Here. Is there a gazebo? Whole thing. Click on this person. darkness. Can I talk to you people? Nope. Okay. Now I know. Can't go here.
You hear laughter and music ahead. You can still make out the lower half of the words "Eselk Free" sticking out on the brick beneath. Sniff. Get the smells. Frying grease, rust, incense, the dank of canal water.
Dank canal water. Lovely.
It's all flat, wrong. Something's missing. Like crickets going quiet under shadow. The old factory is mangy with past identities. An archaeological record of Portaferan turf war.
Interesting.
It has been many things over its lifetime. For now, it is a black market brimming with foreign imports.
Alright.
You
so
also
it's on
have the
this
red
bazaar.
disc from the stereo system. You could seek out a media vendor to assess it.
That's true. I could do that. Oh, it hung on the door? Oh, wanker. Get back here. What's this? Scuff's been here for years. What's this? A candy bag peeking from the box. Beckoning. Candy! Some features of Boston. It's a giant robot-y
A
thing.
cosmonaut suit. Its shoulder patch reads, "The stars are ours, 77." 5,000 sol.
That's expensive. Unnecessary and expensive. I mean, then again, I don't know.
I wonder it's still here. People with that kind of money don't shop in the bazaar. If
Nope.
it is, then it's one of the few things for sale here that isn't a knockoff Lusian electronic, disc, or toy.
Let's see if I can do it. Dang.
You try to remember something of astronomical significance happening in the year 77, but all that comes to mind is that was the year you were asked to leave ballet. Same with oboe and watercolors and photography.
Well, throw the shot. Now I know.
None of this has anything to do with space, though. Your focus widens back to the bazaar.
Excuse me. Can you take a look at this?
The young woman turns from a stall of party wigs and beaded necklaces to thrust a photo under your nose. Her hood is a burrow. She is the mouths within. The photo shows a robust man, well in his 60s. He is unremarkable save his eyes, which are magnified to comedic proportions by the thick lens spectacles in front of them.
Have you seen him before? You're sure?
She sighs and folds the photo back in her long sleeves.
Thanks for taking a look. Wanna buy some costume accessories? My name's Malène if you need anything. Oh, that's Ultravioleta, the Louisian pop star. Always thought that type of music was too young for me, but I've been enjoying her stuff recently for some reason.
Because it's got the crazies in it.
No, but it's definitely her kind of title. Weird disc that. Oh, you should ask Petre at the music stall over there. He'll know more. Doubt he's an ultra, though. Thanks for stopping by.
When you say over there, what do you mean? There's a lot of over here. Instructions are very vague. Oh, I can go down these stairs. Discarded boxes sag under scraps, promising unexpected finds. Sure.
Especially good new pieces today.
The old woman flashes you a quick glance before returning to her magazine.
You trying to diss my clothes? Are you dissing my clothes, ma'am? I dress like this because I'm broke.
Just browsing, just browsing.
She angles her magazine away from you protectively. A flash of light from between the pages. She's hiding something in there.
Take a look through the rack to my left. No lice, no rips, no patches.
When she points to the rack, you notice that her fingers are several shades too dark. as if stained with ink.
Quiet, Menina. Does Carmona blurt your business? Who are you anyway?
Nobody.
She ruffles the magazine angrily, then looks up at something behind you. Fear in her eyes, like you're being watched.
Shh, Menina. Keep your voice down. For all we know, he's listening too. We are dealing with an Ariel creep. He's watching the whole bazaar. Carmona has a mirror in here to watch him in turn.
Noted.
The woman angles her magazine towards the unfinished pylon, towering at the edge of the market.
Don't be so naive. All sorts of bad types around these days. Bazaar isn't what it was. He is creeping, keeping watch on behalf of Polaris Nozu, monitoring our wares. He's fine. Be careful, Menina. Don't mention Carmona. Go through that gate just south of here and keep going down. You'll get to him. Steins from my days in the dye factory. Carmona was one of the first and the last workers on the line before it burned down. All the old girls have them. They'll outlast my hands. I was here when they first opened the factory, dipping our arms into the scalding vats, dead worms floating on the surface, chemical smell rising up. I was here when the first girl developed a twitch. I was still here when the manager announced that El Circo Número 3 was closing down because of market trains. I was here when the fire alarm started ringing too. Now ask me, was I here when the first stalls sprouted from the scorched concrete? And I'll say I was. And here I'll stay until the whole city slides into the sea.
Okay. Remove mismatched clothing on wire hangers. Cigarette like secondhand old and newish fakes. Fashion was a short memory. Anything worn long enough has to be faked out of.
The racks sway. Asymmetrical coats, sleeveless tunics, jumpsuits, bootleg designs for foreign purposes. Keep trying. You can find the best tap. Hangers scrape against metal as you thumb through the racks. Foreign material shifts under your fingers, cool and unfamiliar.
Alright, now I know.
Keep looking. You'll find something.
You turn away from the rack.
Find this music, dude.
A cosmonaut suit. Its shoulder patch reads, "The stars are ours, 77. A classroom with a buffed blue floor and white fiberboard tiling. The teacher rolls a square little television in on a cart. The girls in their final year of gymnasium gather round. The camera follows the white column up, and then it jerks or cuts out. When the picture returns, there's just a white cloud sprouting new white limbs. The rocket nowhere to be seen. For a long moment, none of the students can tell what's happening. Then, one by one, they realize. A faulty seal, a minor propellant leak. Next thing you know, 4 cosmonauts are splattered across the face of God. You and millions of school children, the world. Expensive, fruitless. The program's failure promptly tanks the Portaferan economy. Supreme Leader Nestor flees into his second exile not long after. As for the bazaar, it's saturated with surplus equipment, memorabilia, and replicas. This suit in a world full of them. Your focus widens back to the bazaar. A vertical safari of stuffed animals, all loose stitching and cheap fabric, with none watch you depart. On the TV, a giant wolf-like creature stands up on its hind legs and howls. Its fur bristles gold. Dangerous, mythical, electrifying. No wonder the kids are watching this. Suddenly, the beast roars and light floods the screen. It's followed by a wet, pulpous sound. An acceptable mimicry of a skull liquefying under extreme thermal stress. The children ignore you, entranced by the television.
Veins rise like cold roots beneath his thin skin.
Mass-produced excrement. These animals pleasure themselves in it.
Turns to you, shaking his head.
Collectors, art students, tourists, tote bag owners, the whole dim herd. You see this? Each one guaranteed for 10,000 replays. Obscene.
No one will ever get it the way he does. This agonizing knowledge does not deter him from trying. Ooh, can I do it? Can I do it? Can I do it? No. Poop.
Stars have mercy. This might be the one that pushes me over the edge.
I'm sorry.
Each single fellow disc represents a single cell of stage 5 cultural metastasis.
He's a very angry
Synthetic
man.
brain cancer. A fledgling device, yes, but make no mistake, they've perfected the technology with these newer formats. Sleeker, quicker to go obsolete. Because the dim herd pays top sol for this dreck, of course. Making an ethical living impossible feat these days. Friend, you're already terminal. Typical replayer arrogance. Go ahead, browse away. My name's Petre. If you need anything, I'll be here, lamenting what's left of the culture. Strange how? Format or content?
He takes the disc warily.
An Einzelton XR. Where did you get this? Einzelton hasn't been available to regular consumers for a decade. A disc in good condition is worth thousands of sol to people who appreciate its wonders.
Specialists, collectors of the rare and the defunct. People like him, in other words.
The apex of auditory technology. A high-fidelity yet dynamic sonic experience that self-effaces after a single play.
Espionage potential immense. The burn after reading function built in to the medium itself. Its deeper purpose is simply to exist, to remain in a rarefied realm of pure potential and infinite beauty.
A magnet embedded in the disc erases its contents as it's being listened to.
A technological muscle flex, reproduction erasure just millimeters away from the space.
As in life, everything happens only once. Replayability is oblivion, the end. You played it. Filthy animals. Those. Better they recalled them all years ago. Better a mass manufacturing fault than this to save them from this humiliation from being passed around like...
I think his head's gonna blow. The vendor deflates.
A light switch flips off in his eyes. He handles it as reverently as if it were a tiny plastic coffin.
I'm sorry. I assume fondling a human corpse would also make you feel pretty weird. UV can only be ultraviolet. Degenerate Lucian Electrodrosser. There's a new fabricated star every day, it seems. But she's the top of today's pile.
He is very driven.
Some kind of promo copy, I would assume. Maybe an advanced single of some kind? Of course it's real. You can't bootleg an Einzeltone. Another of its enduring qualities.
Definitely insane.
This ultraviolet has gone missing at the moment. Kidnapped by counter-fascist radicals, whatever that means. Lucian marketing plot, if you ask me.
Be the work of the militia Ruben Rouge, an extremist communist French group. They're ransomed public figures before. The next time the world sees her, she will be clasping an assault rifle draped in a flag of the party.
Don't try to brighten my day. Optimism is slow-acting poison.
I was just trying to make you feel better, guy. Sorry.
Things like her make me almost miss the days the Lucians were marching on the colonies. None of this is the Einzeltones' fault, of course. They can't control what gets seared upon them. You seem to have misunderstood my soliloquy. It's done. No mirth. The beauty and the tragedy of the format. I hope you dispose of it with dignity. I think a private ceremony would be most appropriate.
Okay. It's a little much, guy. It's a CD. I'm not gonna bury fucking CD. Nothing is ever truly gone. Everything leaves a residue.
I'm afraid not. The format is near obsolete. Einzeltone is the past, yet it contains the future. How exquisite. So, your question is, Petre, how do I reanimate a corpse? I would class it as necrophilia, actually. I'll be honest, the thought is so disturbing to me that I've never entertained it before. But theoretically...
You have left the realm of reality and are hacking the firewall of techno-philosophy.
Theoretically, it might be possible.
Philosophy.
You would have to repolarize, re-remanence processing, probably a concentrated magnetic flip, neodymium grader. It would involve some custom gear, no doubt, but my answer to your distressing question is yes. I think you could. Let's keep it there. This is pure techno hoodoo. Don't ask me about this again. I feel unclean. Shelves are over there. Shelves are over there, replete with crass. Maybe not. The bazaar is closing up soon.
A low, tilting shelf marked in heavy block letters. Despised subgenres. Various sections are separated by narrow plastic dividers, each one labelled with the same neat script. A baffling assortment. Hairdresser music, children's choirs, self-love anthems, opinionated female vocalists, and too many keyboards.
Wow, sounds terrible. Yoing.
A single label fills up the entire back row. L-pop.
Using electro-pop, a blend of traditional funeral ballads and cutting-edge synthesizers. Once a minor regional trend, today the ascendant musical form across the world.
There are vomit bags behind the bin should the urge arise. What galls me is that it doesn't matter how I label any of it. These animals thank me for being thorough, then buy two.
Whisper Funk albums, Kazoo Devotionals, a breakup meditation EP, an album cover where the singer hugs themselves in the mirror. Track lists with 9-minute long affirmations, a solo project described as statically celibate. Wow. Naughty.
Do you understand now? At least you're wearing gloves.
I am
You
that.
turn your attention away from the shelf.
I got candy. Is this supposed to buy the brown pants?
You approach the rack of shoddy second-hand garments again.
Keep looking. You'll find something.
You turn away from the rack.
All right. Can't go any further down. Now I just gotta figure out how to get to the guy. Cut through here. Maybe if I
A
buy a
vertical
stuffed animal, I
safari
can
of
throw it at him.
stuffed animals, all loose stitching and cheap fabric, with plushies in various sizes, colours, and denominations. If they're from something, you don't recognise it. Immobile grins, middle fingers to nature itself. Each plushie is branded with an obviously counterfeit brand name of Zoo Textile. Next to it, the vendor has stickered each different model, each one numbered 1, 2, 4, 5, or 6. There are no number 3s. You scour the mound of fake flesh for the missing model. There doesn't seem to be a single number 3 left in the entire display. The Loos, expansive techno-fascist state known for high-quality electronics, pogroms, and pop music. Their recent cultural exports are making fascism the new hot thing. Fashion, music, art, all dominated by carefully. Each Bulbasaur represents a beast defanged, defenseless. Within this deformity lies the essence of their irresistible cuteness. Helpless in your arms, the creature can do nothing but smile. Soft, fuzzy, and without tongues. They are made to keep the secret of the violence in you. You look all over the flowing pile of animal humiliation. Not one of them is labeled number 3. Boring, uninspired, obvious. None watch you depart.
Back for some weeks? Mi viejo, my dad. He's been missing a few days.
tablet was still on because it was because
But it's still bedtime.
Daddy said to press them up for today.
Mm-hmm. Well, give me hugs and kisses.
Okay. I love you.
I love you too. Mwah. Sweet girl. I hope you have the best and happiest dreams.
Right, I should have started with that, I guess. His name's Enoch Krantz. Yeah, he probably just started walking and got lost. Old people do that kind of thing. He's kind of forgetful sometimes. Not a lot, but I'm just worried. I told him watching too much TV was making him crazy. Bagman. Yes, that was it. After Dad retired, his friend Gilmar turned him onto the reality situation. They got obsessed, had them convinced they were truth detectives. Which apparently means someone who goes around looking for evidence of invisible aircraft carriers and iodine-deficient children. Dad and Gilmar were always following up on leads and calling into the show. Felt like Bagman was encouraging them, you know?
Probably. Crazy feeds crazy.
That's what I was scared of. Look, this is kind of embarrassing. My dad developed this insane theory about the payphone to the western exit of the bazaar. Dad thought certain words said into the right phone gets your attention from the wrong people. He was convinced Emter was behind it all. A couple days ago, he stopped by the stall to bring me lunch. Then he said he was going to make a call. I wasn't nervous at first. I figured there was no risk of anything actually happening. And then he didn't come home. Yeah. It's just crazy old man shit. He probably just wandered off. They seem pretty random. Cousins, moon, reunion. On their own, sure. Together? Gibberish. His friend Gilmar called him from that phone after he'd spent the night following around some Emter guys. They were both big into the conspiracy stuff. he'd overheard something and was explaining it when the call just cut off. My dad went by his house the next day, but Gilmar wasn't there. Yeah. He looked for Gilmar for 2 weeks. Reported him missing to the GMs. Nothing. Yeah, thanks for humoring me. Don't pay too much attention to it. He'll probably turn up any day now.
I'm forgetting about your father as we speak.
Yeah. You want a wig? I hear they make you fun at parties. Yeah, they're right there. Take a look. Must be some party you're going to.
No. Just spending my money.
That'll look funny on you. Yeah. Cool. You need anything else? Thanks for stopping by.
Oh, wait. I meant to ask where that cursed phone is.
It's you. Why?
I just want to look at it. Just
Really? You're not going to try to make a call or anything, right?
No, I'm just gonna look around.
Okay. It's the phone by the western entrance to the bazaar.
Okay.
Thanks for stopping by.
Alright, phone by the western entrance, so be this way. Ads for Fox and Wilson protein powder. Blah, blah. Flyer promises steamy. Tuscan freshly immigrated. Oh, okay. Either somebody broke into the abandoned pet shop or something broke out. Multiplier glued to the wall. A row of bespectacled men stare into the middle distance, while in their midst a lone figure looks toward the viewer. A man with a brown paper bag on his head. Above him are the bold letters, "The reality situation." His gaze piercing from behind the eye holes cut into the bag. Yellow text in black and white. Tune in. Everyday coverage. They did it again. The subcommandant salutes you. Mom never lets me put anything on the wall. Got it. Let's just listen.
The
Hey, did you
Guardia
see anything?
Municipal officer is intensely scratching at his neck. As you approach, he wipes his hand on his pant leg.
He tugs at his collar as if he's hiding the cracked red skin. Hope there's a reason you've stopped an officer while he's on duty.
The folks who guard property rights are not worthy of answers.
You need elderly relatives for that.
On.
My mother's sister, but she thinks that makes her my boss too. Even calls me little Morito. So she did put you up to this. Of course. She did. That's the way of Carmona. What do you think is going wrong with your aunt? Most of the older folks, they can't accept that things overall are alright. He sniffs. Some people struggle with that. Accept, you mean settle for, as a mid-tier life. So you're the type 2. He studies you. Yeah, I could see that. Look around. He indicates your surroundings. Would make it the bazaar. Seems fun. It's alright. Exactly. Nothing wrong with that, is there? Auntie Carmone was a silk worker, you know. The bootlegs, all the Louisian stuff. It's not what she knew. It's wrong, apparently. I think she obsesses over every little thing to show people how wrong it is. Maybe if we all agree it's shit enough, we can tear it down. Bring back the artisans and factories and snap stands. Snops. I can read sometimes. Can't blame her. I just wish she'd be a bit more realistic. We've had all instances of theft around the docks recently. All the crates were ripped open in strange ways. Anything and everything. Seems like the work of kids, if you ask me, but it must be trying to scare people, too. Weird noises have been heard at night, screaming and howling.
Animal. Rival.
Good job. You're really holding down the fort there, buddy. What about your neck, though?
A smeared pattern with streaked edges. You can rule out natural irritants.
Shit, he rubbed his neck. There is this topical boar repellent I've been using. Instructions say to apply generously. Maybe you
Common
went
boar
overboard.
deterrents. Loud noises and strong smells, such as predator urine, placed in strategic locations.
Are you serious? He glances toward the alleyway, and right in the middle of a boar infestation, too. There's boars? Tell me more. I need to know about this. It used to be a seasonal problem. The line of his jaw softens. Every autumn, some adults come down, bold and hungry, but lately it's been more of a permanent residency. I think it's up north, as far as I've heard. Vale du Suspiro. You've got thorns, ferns, old trees, a nightmare patrol. Are the boars dangerous? Probably. They're boars. At best, they're a nuisance. The little ones are fine, but the adults could take off a kneecap if you're not careful. And then there are the really big ones. The mother.
The way he intones the word mother suggests a primitive monotheist before an image of a graven god.
Massive fur, all matted, covered in scars, territorial too. Preys on drunks stumbling back from Party Alley. What can you do about a boar like that? Tusks, claws, knives, bullets, take your pick. Every few years, some brave moron tries to take her down, but she stands undefeated.
Must find Borsen.
You got a weird glint in your eye. Let's not do anything stupid, alright? The kid is still showing that photo to anyone walking by, you see? He's missing, yeah.
A tinge of affection.
She'll tell you about the whole payphone thing, too. The one her dad was obsessed with. I'm all in. I'm all in. Try being all out. It's just a bunch of nonsense. Don't tell me how to live my life. Not well. I've known her a long time. His thumb runs along the edge of his mustache. Eno used to bring her here as a toddler. Yeah, Eno's gone. His jaw shifts sideways. Him and his other fucked up buddy, Gilmar.
But not dead, he reckons, by the way his face curdles.
Figured these two just ran off. His eyes turned to the bizarre front gates, leaving the kid to deal with their mess. Think they ran off together? Not at the same time. That'd be too obvious. Eno reported Gilmar missing about a week before he disappeared.
That's a lot of skepticism around reported and disappeared.
Suspicious. Where I see it, they started planting the phone story weeks ahead of time as a cover, planned the whole scheme. What for? Got two theories. He holds up two calloused fingers in emphasis. Debts is the obvious one, of course. Were they in financial trouble? It makes sense. 80% of all disappearances are debt related. The other 20 are mostly divorces, especially when the boat's involved. So you don't know if either of them were in debt. It's statistics. I can't argue with those. So you didn't look into it, basically. Got it. I guess I'll do your job for you, buddy. You keep watching the doorway of the city. Did a great job. Now, if not debts, then we're clearly looking at something more salacious. Two men. Yeah, his eyes narrowed to slits behind the tinted glasses. Old friends, close friends, detecting together. Forbidden old man love was not on my list of theories. Whoa there, no need to get explicit. I don't need that image in my head. Sure you didn't. Can't. Payphones belong to Renault.
The largest corporate entity in Portofino, a monopoly over the city's telecommunications. Their logo is a cheerful dolphin.
It's a private business. Guardian Municipal doesn't have jurisdiction to look into that. Who does then? Though whatever the fuck that word is. One could put a request through them, but it's a lot of paperwork. Better to stick to the law. The law is not perfect, but it's there. Sure, no need to dwell on this sad mess. I gotta go.
As you step away, the GM returns to scratching his inflamed skin.
Stop scratching, man. You're just gonna make it worse.
The storefront is closed firm with a metal shutter. Plant life sprouts from cracks in the brickwork, growing over the aluminium. It must not have been open for some time. You lift the shutter gently. It resists. Locked. Carl was here. M plus Y. Ha. Unstoppable trade forever. Marito is a dog rapist.
Well.
You turn away from the storefront.
Somebody hates that guy. Okay, can't go around there. There's enough space beyond the railing to walk along the crumbling wall. Empty bottles, an ashtray, but no liquor. Casual business meeting spot.
You approach the steel door. Faint oxidation halo spread across it, blooming like algae on a sunken wreck.
Let's knock on it.
No response.
Let's try to open it.
It's locked.
Damn it.
Try one of the many doors that are not locked, or the open-air black market. You step back from the door.
It's here. Alright, that makes my stuff go down. Drugs. No skill points. Alright, noted. This door is open. Fanged beast, your presence is weak. Fate delivers me an unworthy adversary. The creature's eyes glow with cunning flame, its ears tufts delightful in every direction. Long gray toes ripple over a mountain of trinkets as it inspects you. Yes, monkey, yes. A puppet. There's someone hiding in the pile beneath it. Broken cages everywhere. This could be an escapee. Look more closely. On closer inspection, its eyes are no less cunning, and its ears no less delightful, its tail swishing a rhythmic beat behind its back. His petrifyingly lovable whiskers ripple in amusement. He's real. Nothing has monkey physics like that but a monkey. Tremble before the majesty of my realm and me. Is this the dock thief? Probably. What are you? Hard cut to his tiny face. Crash soon, his golden eyes flash. I'm the king of trade. I'm going to disappoint you somehow, I can tell. You're about to invent capitalism in here. I have to stop you. He pulls at his ears, deranged with joy. See what he's got? Apart from shame, even the cutest, most dreadful of eyes can see how you drench yourself in remorse. He closes one eye to consider you carefully before lifting a strappy leather harness from his collection. Wow, guy. Trying to dress me like a hoe. A sneer waves impressively across his jagged lips. He rummages in his pile of stuff and brings out a paper hat, folding it at a peak. Symbolism, unnecessary. Monarchy, absolute. Amass increasingly desirable objects. You're talking to a monkey. You're going to have to ask specific questions if you want anything helpful. Ah, most premium goods desired. How are we supposed to know what a monkey thinks premium means throughout? Condescending apparel. Shiny containers revealing contents ignored. Legs and head. Legwear, a mask. Secret source, knowledge denied. to you later. The light is out. You'll need to bring your own to see anything in here.
You flip the shutter lock open from the inside and slip out into Portofino.
See what happens. Hey, it's this place.
An assortment of cargo crates sits in waiting, adorned with faint chalk marks and bright yellow labels. Machine printed, crisp and official. They all bear the same logo, tiny gold dots in a precise angular pattern.
Alright.
A shipment with last week's date from the Luz, the Illuminated Empire.
The crates aren't smuggled at all, they're government sanctioned. Insidious imperialism, today the soft power, tomorrow the hard.
A maze of hastily drawn letters and numbers stands in contrast to the printed labels above. The symbols range from A to D, 0 to 9. One of them has been slit open. 2 packs missing. These crates here aren't exactly state secrets. Anyone with a keen eye and nimble
Dang.
You look around to check if anybody's watching and stick your hand in there. It feels forbidden. As your fingers touch the carton's edge, you feel a pair of eyes on your back and stop. Canned beverages are lined up like brightly coloured soldiers, neatly regimented behind coiled springs. The refreshments remain dormant in their artificial...
No retractable ladder, fence or padlock. The city's industrial skeleton is open to you.
The man gives no indication of registering your presence as you approach. His mirrored sunglasses are turned upwards.
He's aware you're here. Deep question. I'll have to get back to you on that. The end of his cigarette crackles. Also, this is a canal, not a seat. Help you with something? His jacket's been patched over many times, storied. You wonder briefly how old it is. An old, long-slung workhorse with tar patches, welded plates, and mistached boards. Resin on the seams, hairline cracks across the hull. Someone's been fighting to keep it alive. Marina 32, early 70s issue. Portofino's manufacturing built for municipal dredging, but this one's been heavily modded. Except for the few bolts disagreeing about their place. Still, the reputation is deserved. He's got a few more years left in him. Depends. Some are produced locally. Textiles are the greatest to replicate. Get some artisans and peel of pigs. Other than that, like toys, must be brought down from abroad. Why are there Lusian crates stamped by the Ministry of Mass Culture? Because the Louisians don't mind a little cultural leakage these days. In fact, they encourage it. Government thing, shadow program. I don't ask too much about it. Merchandise gets shifted and no one's selling. Beats violent occupation. A slow inhale in my book. So long as they get a cut. He sniffs. Foreign regulations have made their part trickier. More eyes, more signatures. Treaties, obligations to foreign banks and bureaucracies, third-party audits, all the parts join in the developing world. Alright. This has been a useless conversation. Copy. Yay, it'll let me up the ladder this time.
A film of water, grease, and rust gives the machine a scaled quality, like a sea creature risen and tamed. The beast reads, Porto Engenharia at its foot.
Designed and built in Portofino, back when the city still had the industrial capacity to manufacture on this scale by itself.
You scan up and down the docks for machinery, but find none. This must be the last of its species. A gust of wind turns the crane's hook toward the dock workers. It looks like an accusation. Water drips from its hook, the color of rust. Cold, rough, unfeeling. Seabirds squabble overhead. You return to the old crane. Cold, rough. Seabirds squabble overhead.
Oh, I've petted it. I think we're good.
You stand before the prefab's door once.
There's still no response. You step back from the door.
Alright. food bar serves a wide variety of seafood and fish. An old man sat and smoked from his chair every day for 30 years. Now that man is gone, and the chair remains. A cluster of torn blister packs for a gore-slick card game. Empty racks, you remember fig rolls cooling there. Comics drying from the smallest to largest, a family hung in order. Painted face judges you silently from the concrete surface. Alright, big giant invisible wall. Won't let me get past there.
The gate is bound to the pole by a thin steel chain. The gap between. You push the gate. The metal creaks, but it doesn't move. It's held fast, but we're gonna need tools for this one. Rust speckles your fingertips. A system compromised at the subatomic level.
Alright. Let's see what happens if I go through this
The
door.
fire exit stands conspicuously ajar. Someone has wedged it open with a ball. Wrong. Ball wants to play, not wedge. A hallway. It's just a fire exit.
I don't like how nonchalant you are about
A
that.
fine place to hide in a moment of crisis. Marked and remembered. No, it's a trap. Must be destroyed.
Let's do it.
The fire exit remains ajar, ball wedged into the crack.
You open the door and use the scarce moonlight to climb the stairs once again. Let me in.
The fire exit remains ajar. Ball. Nobody is paying any particular attention to the door. Or suspiciously nonchalant. They're just going about their days. It's a pelota ball, the local variation of handball. Pelota balls are not designed for use as doorstops. Someone has elevated this ball to contraption status. An affront to workers' safety.
Confine it to the gulag of the pocket. It's just a ball in a door. A shortcut. But whose? The tableau stays undisturbed.
Okay, so somebody put it there. Oh. Can't get up here.
If you do not have a valid ticket, you will not be traveling on the tram today. Tram arriving shortly. Please stand. Tram to PSAC. Approaching. Tram to RTA. Departing. Tram arriving shortly. Please stand behind the line.
Barrier blocks vehicles' access to the Hill of Pigs, taking yours as collateral.
Approaching. Anyone attended back? Tram to PSAC. Departing.
The gazebo is incredibly old, most likely built in the previous era. Everywhere is friggin' blocked off. I guess I'm supposed to come back. All these fuses held together with a coin. Something is rooting through the bin in the alley below.
You return to the folded pan. As you turn away,
Anything else that I can click on?
you return to your double's limp body. You can do it, Cascade. he says with his eyes.
Okay, so coming back here. Not a thing. Go down the damn hill.
A vertical safari of stuffed animals, all loose stitching and cheap. None watch you depart.
Moving child. Wolf time. The boy glances at you, turns his head. Whoops. It's 66 wolves, and it's our favorite thing in the whole world. It's about a girl who has 66 chambers in her heart, and each one contains a wolf, and the wolves come out to make war with the angels. Each wolf has a special weapon, and they have super violent special attacks too.
On the screen, a headless lupine figure standing on its back legs shakes violently. Blood pours from its neck as flesh reknits itself.
That's Loathing Wolf. Another wolf cut his head off because it's the tournament art, but he didn't know Loathing Wolf can heal fast. Loathing Wolf's not even strong, but he can be scary. It's the best show.
The words Lelou's make your shoulders close in, as if bracing for a hit. Oust the names of these grotesque fascist animals. Speak to them of the people's heroes.
I don't know any. He turns to the girl. Do you know any, maybe? Wait, I remember those from when I was little. They were one with a puppet arguing a lot, and another with a green cat who also is a thief.
Neither sounds terribly enticing.
Were they any good? They looked old and ugly. Mom said she watched them as a kid too. This is so much better. Death to puppets. Ah.
The children ignore you, entranced by the television.
Well, now we know. Is that dude dead?
You leave the rack alone.
Anything in here? Gotta do something on this. There's a face in the freaking water. You can make the jump with your eyes closed, you reckon? Oh! A new area.
The gate is bound to the pole by a thin steel chain. The gap between leaves little room for passage.
Noted. The sign used to issue a warning against doing something. Now it's efficacy with black spray paint. Probably don't climb on this. Hey, I wonder if this is that one with that creepy dude is. Oh, yeah. Accidental plot salvage. Bottled water, meal bars, wipes, supplies for an extended stay. You feel the wind from the seagulls. Alright, buddy.
The man doesn't react or turn as you approach, your feet echoing off the high metal.
I saw you by that fire exit. You even went in. No. My eyes were on that fire exit. I was really hoping you'd close it. It's a flagrant disregard for safety. It's made it quite hard to enjoy the view. If you get the chance, that'd be... Still, you've come a long way. Fortunately, the view just about compensates. I'm being punished. My employer has placed me in an impossible position.
A faded patch sewn to his pants below the pocket. Twin lines sit against a yellow background. Cadiz de Portfolio, the oldest transit company in the city.
I'm a safety inspector, watching the lines. As you might have noticed, this pylon is under construction, technically. It's my role to ensure the lines and pylons are all built according to code. And this line, Line 9, will never be finished. Where to start? This pylon's angle deviated more than expected as the concrete set. Hazardous near water. Shouldn't have skimped on materials. Then there are the clearance issues. The party alley rooftops are higher than the building department's official records.
These air trams would shear those right off.
I could falsify my reports and declare Line 9 safe for construction anyway, or I could quit. Either way, the company can't lose. Such a thought would never even occur to me, or any safety inspector, really. Fortunately, this spot lends itself to reflection. Contemplating my punishment helped me see how to live with it. Scraps of the old world leak into ours. Who can say? But the height has drawn us both. But you know, the view's not mine. Just in case.
Many things, but everyone has their own definition of interesting. What's yours?
A friend of yours? Oh. Quite a formal-looking man, yes? He was here just the other... He had a conversation with the music vendor over there. It did not seem pleasant. I couldn't say. A lot of people come through here. I didn't pay particular attention to him. I couldn't really tell. You're welcome.
There's an unmoored boat that's been floating around the canal to the south. There doesn't seem to be a driver or any crew. Sometimes the wind carries an awful noise from it up to my ear. Guttural and aggressive, like some kind of primordial steel beast. It's locked in battle with a diseased swamp pig. Would have certainly been my favorite victor of the two, but it was... no. Its presence offends me. It's clearly marked fire exit. If you have the chance, I'd appreciate it if you removed it. Dang it, I knew I was gonna fail that.
Whatever thoughts you tried to summon are carried away by the wind whistling through the metal.
That's not how it works. But maybe next time.
The crisp air sends a pleasant tingle through your abdomen.
I clicked on it. I will, as soon as it lets me get down there. Am I just forever stuck on this ledge? Literally not touching anything else. WTF. Finally. 40 clicks later.
The gate is bound to the pole by a thin steel chain. You take the chain between the beak of your tool and push. Muscles tense, the chain resists, trembles, and collapses in a jangling heap at your feet. The metal creaks and gives way. The chain lies bleeding out on the cobblestones. In another life, it would have been a serpent.
What's the store for that dude?
The fire exit remains ajar, ball wedged into the crack. You pocket the ball and close the fire door firmly. A vertical safari of stuffed animals.
Can I get it this time?
You must elevate your focus, clear your mind of the plushie's maddening absence. You close your eyes, burrow in into your mind's folds, looking for a plushie-shaped void. You find its edges, you feel around it, making your thoughts plushie shapes so that they can fill it in. Finally, you plushie number 3 is you. None watch you depart.
Now I'm gonna get stuck up here and have to click myself down like 40 times.
You've come back.
I hesitated bringing this up earlier, but you might want to know. It seems you have a follower.
Interesting.
A light crackle teases you. Could it be you've seen this person as well?
No, I don't think so. Of course.
Some questions don't require thought, but the opposite. Quiet the conscious mind and the answer comes naturally. To be surrounded by those you know, and whom you've allowed to know you in return. What self could ask for more? The pylon man turns his head ever so slightly.
Maybe I'm not. There we go. I gotta push further down the freaking ladder. Stupid. Worst case scenario, you just trade Comatose guy for monkey loot and fuck off. Maybe some sick gadget in the process. And go back out the bottom. Gotta find a flashlight. I don't know what else to do. Fried mantis shrimp. Bug shrimp.
The fire door is still tightly closed. You raise your hand to wave at the engineer on his pylon. He waves back. The door sits flush inside its frame.
You can ask me, know everything. The angel Canopus cursed her before she was even born. It was vengeance. Now she serves Canopus in her war against the other angels. Ultima Wolf.
Your tongue runs along the familiar edges of your canines. Inner wolf, hidden wolf.
Weeping wolf. When she plays her harp, even the angels cry. She also ate Nebia's sister while they were locked inside Nebia's heart.
Spoken like one who spent his whole life around gun hammers.
Jeez. That was a hell of a cartoon.
How deeply has the techno-fascist enemy embedded itself into their psyches? Approximately 20 lights along the blade and a reinforced hill. That's not some cheap bootleg.
No. Not the real ones.
It's been years since you interacted with children, so a reminder. Be nice. Be normal. The girl's instincts are commendable. The boy's a disaster in waiting. Yeah, they have no idea. Brains lie, guts don't. So you heard. Perhaps they can confirm the woman's story. The vendor's concern is genuine then. A riposte flung without thinking. She's been asked the question more than once. The children ignore you.
Alright. Well, I have thoroughly questioned the crap out of them. Alright. Really? Now I don't know what the crap to do. Can't talk to any of these people. Nothing is clickable over here. Can't knock the fence.
You again. Any updates on the 9? But how can that be? A gentleman from the Carabineros said it would be in service any day now.
A handsome foreigner. The Carabineros were playing a trick on him.
You'd think with all the empty money this place has gotten, they'd have fixed their aerotrams. What am I supposed to do now? I did see a man like that some days ago, I think. Near the bazaar, in fact.
Oh, sleeping brother.
No, he was alone. Why do you ask? I guess we share the same fate. I was simply passing through on my way back home to Sundak. I had been working in Copablanco, but the work Well, the work dried up.
His eyes dart ever so slightly.
That was more than a week ago, and, well, here I am.
Despite his predicament, he's kept up with hygiene. His beard is shaved, his nails well manicured.
There used to be a more direct route via Havergelie, but the border has been closed since it was re-annexed by La Luz. It's not so easy to get around as it used to be, you know. I'm a political economist by training.
It must be said, this is the most handsome political economist you've ever encountered. Something about his jawline makes you overly aware of your skin, your posture, your right nipple hardens.
Okay, freaky lady, calm down.
Well, not in so many words. How to put this? You're surely familiar with the concept. A somewhat rich, older lady wants a nice exotic husband without the lifelong commitment, yes? Meanwhile, a clean, well-behaved man from the periphery wants to see the world but lacks the necessary capital. The woman pays for his relocation and gains a valuable commodity. A high-quality Sunnis husband. A man by mail, a direct order dick. There are many names for it, some more vulgar than others. I offer companionship and a fair trade. If you consider it as a set of transactions, love's really no more than an economic problem. I will tell you, madame, it was the lapdogs. All 6 of them. My betrothed, she wanted them to watch our lovemaking, my cleaning and housework, my lectures on recent advances in microfinance. Wherever I turned, there was a creature the size of a throw pillow, its black, wet eyes staring at me.
Yeah, very unsettling.
Watching, trembling from invisible afflictions.
At one moment, I wondered whether I was there for her pleasure or theirs. That's when I realized I need to escape Copa Blanco as soon as possible. Back to Zunzak, very far from here. Maybe I'll go to work for my brother, or maybe I'll sign up.
You know very little about the lunar cadmium mines, and would prefer to keep it that way. It is a privilege to raise class consciousness among our lunar comrades. The man turns back to his suitcases. You keep walking.
Gotta be something that I'm missing somewhere.
I'll print. Our strange
strange cousins across the street? What's there to tell? This city is like a little scrap of meat fallen between the bowls of two large dogs. One day we're going to wake up to find one of them has gobbled us up while we were sleeping.
Valid.
If it's between your superblock and La Luz, I've made my decision. Good. So now are you finally going to brief me? Very well. I'll be here if you require.
You dial your controller's number. Raw information atomized.
I thought you were headed out. What is it? It works. Get moving, Opera.
The line goes.
Noted.
You return to the desk. Everything is right where you left it. Letter by letter, words emerge from the mist. They speak in a voice you haven't heard for a long time.
Poor Cascade, all will be forgiven.
Like a dream, the nitrocellulose dissolves into ash. You return to your double's limp body.
The stereo is right where you left it.
You step away from the equipment. Peeling wallpaper hangs above your bed, uninspiring. Faded patterns, a great void of expression. What you need is a somethingness to look up at. Have you considered engaging with the visual arts? Create a mural. Fill the wall with the outpouring of your expressive soul. Perhaps a tasteful selection of local art. Perform the role of curator. It's like the wall has no opinion of what you do.
Alright. call it a night right here. It's 2 a.m. I'm going to get some sleep. So, thank you guys for hanging out with me while I stumble through this game as awkwardly as possible. So, good night!